this video, I am going to teach you how to divide decimal numbers or decimals. But before that, you should familiarize with these three kinds of decimals. Okay, so the first one is what we call a terminating decimal or terminating decimal. So terminating decimals are decimal numbers with exact or finite numbers of decimal places. So let's say we have this example 0.25. Diba, meron siyang exact na number ng decimal places. In this example, it has 2 and 5, diba? Dito sa pangalawa, we have 1, 2, and 3, which is 179. So, meron siyang 3 decimal places. And then, sa pangatlong example, it has 4. Okay? And then, sa pang-apat, it has 2. Meaning, terminating decimals, nabibilang natin yung mga decimal numbers or decimal places. So, finite, ibig sabihin, may katapusan or may limit yung decimal numbers or decimal places. Okay? So, the next one is kabaliktaran naman ni terminating decimals. We have the non-terminating decimals. So, kung si terminating decimals, kaya nating bilangin yung decimal places or decimal numbers, si non-terminating decimals, we cannot count the numbers of decimal places or decimal numbers itself. Bakit? Kasi the decimal places are infinite. Ibig sabihin, wala siyang katapusan. And continuous, ibig sabihin, tuloy-tuloy siya. That's why in these two examples, makakakita kayo ng 3 dots. Ang tawag dyan sa 3 dots na yan is ellipsis. Okay? So, when you saw an ellipsis in a decimal number, meaning tuloy-tuloy yun. Wala siyang katapusan. Okay? So, we cannot count how many decimal places it has, meaning this decimal number is an example of a non-terminating decimal. Kasi tuloy-tuloy siya. Hindi natin pwedeng bilangin kung ilan yung decimal places niya or decimal numbers niya. Kasi nga, they are non-terminating. Tuloy-tuloy, walang katapusan. Okay? And then the last one, we have the repeating decimals. From the name itself, meaning ito yung mga decimal numbers na mayroong decimal numbers sila na umuulit. Okay? So for example, we have 0.3333 and then so on and so forth. Meron din siyang ellipsis kasi meaning tuloy-tuloy yun na puro 3 lang. Okay? Walang katapusan. And then we have also another 0.125, 125, and so on and so forth. Meaning, it also is continuous and then it is repeating. No? Inuulit niya yung 3 digits dito sa pangalawang example, which is 125. And then on the first example, umuulit yung first digit, which is yung 3. So, but they are both repeating decimals. So, we should familiarize yourselves with this kind of decimal numbers kasi later on, we need to apply our knowledge regarding these 3 types of decimals. So now let's move on in dividing decimal numbers. So let's say we will divide 13.75 by 5.5. So, in dividing decimal numbers, we need to rewrite the given using long division. So, ano ba yung long division? Ito yung method na ginagamit nyo in dividing numbers when you were on lower years. Okay? So, in this given, the first number is your dividend, di ba? So, you need to write a semi-rectangle, okay, na symbol. And then, sa loob nitong symbol, you need to write the dividend. Okay? So, the dividend here is 13.75. And then, the divisor, which is your second given, will be written outside the symbol. So, di ba ganito kayo mag-divide when you were on lower grades? And then, we will use this method in dividing decimals. So, ang rule po in dividing decimals, kailangan daw yung divisor natin is whole number para ma-divide natin siya. So in this example, ma'am, hindi po whole number yung divisor. Kasi decimal number siya. We have 5.5, okay? So what are we going to do to get rid of the decimal point? So first, you are going to move that decimal point to the right side. Okay? So, para maging whole number si divisor, kailangan alisin natin yung decimal point. Ilipat natin ng ilang beses, ng isang beses, in this example, papunta sa kanan. Okay? And then, kung ilang beses mong minove yung decimal point sa divisor, yun din yung bilang kung ilang beses mong i-move yung decimal point na nasa dividend. So, isang beses lang din siya. Okay? So, rewriting our given, kapag nire-write natin itong given natin, we will get 55. Nasa dulo na yung decimal point niyan. Naging whole number na siya, di ba? So, kahit wag nyo nang isulat yung decimal point. And then, 13.75 will become 137.5. The decimal point will be between 7 and 5 kasi minove na natin siya. Okay? So, I'm just going to change the position of this one para marami tayong space. Okay? Yan. So, this will be now your given. Okay, ito na yung gagamitin natin to find the quotient of given number 1. So, we have 137.5 divided by 55. Okay, so 13 divided by 5, we cannot divide 13 by 55. 13 divided by 5, we cannot do that. Okay, kasi mas malaki si 55 kay 13. So, therefore, ang gagamitin natin is 137 divided by 55. So, 137 divided by 55, the answer for that is 2. Okay? And then, next is 55 divided by 2. This will be 110. Then, 137 minus 110 is 27. So, I hope you remember how to use long division in division. Okay? Kasi hindi ko na po i-review sa inyo yan. Okay? So, now, we have 27. Okay? And then, we need to bring down 5. So, wag muna nating pansinin si decimal point na nasa dividend. So, we have now 275. Now, 275 divided by 55, the answer there is 5. Okay? And then 5 times 55, the answer is 275. So, wala tayong remainder. We have 0. Now, ma'am, is that the final answer, 25? No. Okay? So, ang gagawin nyo po is, kakopyahin nyo yung decimal point at the same time yung position ng decimal point doon sa dividend. So, from here, kakopy nyo lang siya katapat nun. Okay? Doon sa quotient ninyo. Now, the final answer or the quotient of example number 1 will be 2.5. Okay? That is your quotient for example number 1. So, let's solve another example. Let's say we have example number 2 and then, let's say the dividend is a whole number. So, let's say we have 1,572. And we need to divide that by 0.4. So, what will be the quotient? So, first, we need to rewrite the given using long division. Okay? So, we have 1572 divided by 0.4. Again, the divisor is a decimal number, so we need to get rid of the decimal point by moving it to the right. Okay? So, in this given, isang beses mo lang siya i-move, magiging whole number na siya. Okay? And then, ma'am, paano po dito sa dividend? Wala naman po siyang decimal point kasi whole number siya. So, ganito. Always remember po na kapag whole number yung given, yung decimal point niya laging nasa dulo. Okay? Laging nasa end niya. So, we have its decimal point here, and then, imumove natin siya ng isang beses. And then, blanco po ba, ma'am? No. Magdadagdag ka ng 0. Okay? And then, the decimal point will be at the end ng 0. Okay? So, magiging given natin is, we can write 0 for as 4, simply, no? And then, 1,572 will become 15,720. And then, yung decimal point niya ay nasa dulo na. Okay? You can just, or you can just leave the decimal point. Kapag nasa dulo, anak yung decimal point, and then wala namang numbers na kasunod nun, pwede nyo na siyang hindi isulat. Okay? Whole number naman na siya. So now we have 15,720 divided by 4. Okay? Yung decimal point ng dividend mo is nasa dulo. Okay? Pwede nyo nang wag isulat kapag nasa dulo. Kasi wala namang number na after ng decimal point. Whole number na kasi siya. So you can just leave it as it is, and then we should start dividing. Okay? 1 divided by 4 cannot be, so add another digit. 15 divided by 4, that is equal to 3. Okay? And then 3 times 4, that is 12. 15 minus 12, that is 3. Bring down 7. And then 37 divided by 4, that is 9. And 9 times 4 is 36. Okay? And then next is 37 minus 36, that is 1. So, taas lang natin kasi hindi siya kasya. So, this will be 1, and then we should bring down 2. 12 divided by 4, that is 3. Okay? 3 times 4, that is 12. This will be 0. Okay? And then we will bring down 0. So, wag na natin isulat yung 0. I-bring down natin yung natitirang digit, which is 0. 0 divided by 4, that is 0. 0 times 4, that is 0. And 0 minus 0, that is 0. So, therefore, the answer or the quotient for example number 2 is 3,930. Okay? I'm just going to rewrite this. So, 0. And then, the quotient is 3,930. Yung decimal point niya, anak, is nasa dulo, same nung dividend. You can just leave it as it is, no? Kasi understood na kapag wala siyang decimal point, ay nasa dulo yun. And whole number yung quotient mo, so you do not need to put a decimal point. Okay, so the quotient, for example, number 2 is a whole number, which is 3,930. So let's solve another example. Let's say we have example number 3, and then let's say we have 48.6, and we need to divide this by 0.09. Okay? So we need to rewrite this in long division. And then, yung divisor natin is a decimal number, so we need to get rid of the decimal point. So in this example, para maging whole number yung si divisor, we need to move the decimal point 2 places. Okay? Para maging whole number siya. And then, if you move the decimal point of the divisor 2 places, you also need to move the decimal point of the dividend 2 places. So, 1, and then 2. So, we should add another 0 here. And then, the decimal point of the dividend will be at the end. So, meaning, naging whole number yung dividend mo. Okay? Pag nasa dulo yung decimal point, whole number na siya. So, 009 can be written as 9. Okay? 9 lang. And then your dividend is 4,860. The decimal point is at the end because the dividend is a whole number, or it became a whole number. And then now, we can now divide. Okay? So, 4 divided by 9 cannot be, so we should add another digit. Okay? So, it will be 48 divided by 9. So, the answer there is 5. Okay? And then 5 times 9, the answer is 45. So, it will be a big help if kabisado nyo po yung multiplication table. Okay? So, I advise that you should memorize that para mas madali kayong mag-divide. So, 48, going back, 48 divided by 48 minus 45, the answer here is 3, bring down 6. 36 divided by 9, the answer is 4. Okay? 4 times 9, the answer is 36. So 36 minus 36, this is already 0. We should bring down 0, the last digit, in the dividend. And then 0 divided by 9, the answer is 0. 0 times 9, the answer is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. So therefore, your quotient now is 540. So, if you will ask kung nasaan yung decimal point niya, nasa dulo, same ng sa dividend. So, ang quotient mo is a whole number kapag nasa dulo yung decimal point. So, the answer in example number 3 is a whole number, which is 540. Okay? So, how about another example? We have example number 4. And let's say we have 36.12 and we need to divide that by 12. So in this given, napansin nyo, yung divisor natin is already a whole number. Okay? Whole number na si 12 eh. So therefore, hindi nyo na kailangang ilipat kasi wala naman kayong, or hindi nyo na kailangan i-move yung decimal point niya kasi wala naman na kayong i-move kasi 12 is already a whole number. Kapag yung divisor nyo ay whole number na, if that is the case, therefore, proceed in division agad. Okay, wala naman na kasi kayong i-move na decimal point kasi whole number na yung divisor nyo. Same sa dividend. So, hindi nyo na siya papakialaman kasi wala naman na kayong i-move na decimal point sa divisor. Therefore, wala na din kayong i-move na decimal point sa dividend. Okay? So, we should proceed in dividing. So, 3 divided by 12, that is cannot be. Therefore, we should add another digit. It will become now 36 divided by 12. So, 36 divided by 12, that is 3. 3 times 12, that is 36. So, it will become 0. Bring down 1. 1 divided by 12, that is 0. No? 0 times 12, that is 0. 1 minus 0, that is 1. Bring down 2. 12 divided by 12, that is 1. 1 times 12, that is 12. 12 minus 12, that is 0. So, 301 na po ba, ma'am, yung sagot? No. So, you should copy the position of the decimal point in the dividend. So, it will be 3.01. So, therefore, the quotient is 3.01. So, kanina sa mga nauna nating example, hindi na natin kinapi yung decimal point sa dividend kasi whole number na po anak yon. Kapag whole number yung quotient mo, hindi mo na kailangang ilagay yung decimal point sa dulo niya. Okay? Pero kapag yung quotient mo is a decimal number, of course, you should put the decimal point. So, let's move on to last two examples. So, we have example number 5. And let's say our given is 250.16 and we need to divide that by 0.37. So, what will be the quotient of this example? So, but first, we need to rewrite the given in long division. So, 250 50.16. Ayan, again, the divisor is a decimal number, so we should move the decimal point in this given 2 places to the right. Okay? Para maging whole number siya. So, kung minove natin siya 2 places to the right, move din natin yung decimal point sa dividend 2 places to the right din. So, we have 1, 2. So, naging whole number yung dividend natin. Kasi napunta sa dulo yung decimal point niya. So, if we will be rewriting this, it will become like this. So, 37, okay, and then 25,016. So, yung decimal point niya nasa dulo, naging whole number na siya. Okay? So, let's start dividing them. So, 25 divided by 37, that is cannot be. So, therefore, mag-a-add tayo ng another digit. Okay? So, it will become 250 divided by 37. So, the answer here is 6. Okay? And then, 6 times 37, that is 222. Okay? So now, 250 minus 222, what will be the answer? The answer is 28. Okay? So hindi ko napapakita. Okay? And then now, we should bring down 1. Okay? So we have 281 divided by 37. So the answer here is 7. Okay? And then 7 times 37, the answer is 259. Okay? And then 281 minus 259, the answer is 22. And then we should bring down 6. Okay? So it will become 226 divided by 37. So the answer is 6. And then we have, so hindi siya kasha, let's move it. We have 6, and then next is 6 times 37. That is 222. And then 226 minus 222, the answer is 4. So now here, ma'am, what's next? Kasi wala na tayong digit dito sa ating dividend. Pero meron pa tayong digit dito sa baba, meron pang 4. So, if that is the case, you need to add a decimal point. And then a 0. Or you need to add a 0 after the decimal point. So, kanina whole number na siya, di ba? But then, hindi pa nagiging 0 yung dito sa baba. Therefore, we need to add a 0 after the decimal point. And then, we need to copy the decimal point to our quotient. So, meron tayong 0, we should bring down 0. So, we have 40 divided by 37. The answer is 1. And then 1 times 37, di na kasha. Okay? So, if that is the case, okay, gawa tayong paraan dito. So, we have 40 minus 37. So, dito na tayo. The answer here is 3. Okay? So, ma'am, meron pa ding digit. Paano na po yan? So, we need to add another 0 in our dividend. Okay? And then, bring down 0 ulit. So, si 3, magiging siyang 30. Okay? And then, 30 divided by 37, that is 0. Okay? 0 times 37, the answer is 0. So, 30 minus 0 will be 30. So, ma'am, may number pa din po. Add another 0. And then, bring it down. So, Si 30 naging 300 na siya. So, 300 divided by 37 is 8. And then 8 times 37, the answer is 296. 300 minus 296, the answer is 4. So, may number ulit. We should add another 0 ulit. Okay? So, 4 will become 40. And then 40 divided by 37, the answer there is 1. Okay? So, si 1, katapat dapat no 0. So, 1 times 37, this is 37. And then, it will be 3. So, ma'am, uulit lang po. Kaya paulit-ulit lang ata, ma'am, yung nangyayari. Walang katapusan. So, therefore, napansin nyo, in our first 4 examples, yung quotient na nakukuha natin is laging terminating decimal. Okay? But in this example number 5, it seems like, ma'am, parang yung quotient natin is a non-terminating decimal. Ayun, kasi uulit na naman tayo. Magdadagdag ng 0, magiging 30. Uulit lang tayo ulit, ma'am. So, paano na gagawin namin, ma'am, kapag yung quotient namin is a non-terminating decimal? Pag non-terminating, ibig sabihin, paulit-ulit, wala lang siyang katapusan. Okay? So, if that is the case, if this will be the case, kapag non-terminating yung nakuha nyo, stop dividing up until 3 decimal places. So, ang kunin nyo lang is yung tatlo na number. Hanggang dyan nyo lang siya i-divide. Okay? Hanggang kay 8 lang. So, hanggang dito lang. And then, stop dividing if that is the case. Why? Kasi, hindi naman nahanapin ni Ma'am Noemi lahat ng numbers na yan. Kasi nga, continuous yan, infinite yan. So, hindi po kayo matatapos kaka-divide noon. So, if that will be the case, you need to stop dividing and then you need to do something with the quotient that you computed. So, hindi pa ang na-compute nyo na quotient, sabi ni Ma'am Noemi, kapag non-terminating yung lalabas, or napansin nyo, paulit-ulit na lang kayo nagdi-divide, ang kuhanin lang po natin ay hanggang 3 decimal places. Okay? Hanggang 3. So, in this given, we have 676.108. So, 3 yon. Stop dividing if paulit-ulit na lang yung nangyayari. Hanggang 3 decimal places lang yung kunin. Okay? And then, kapag nakuha niyo yung 3 decimal places, what I want you to do is to round off. Okay? So, I know you are familiar with the rounding of numbers. Okay? Napag-aralan nyo na yan way back when you were on grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, paulit-ulit. So, kapag ganito yung given, I want you to round off to the nearest hundredths. Okay, I want you to round off to the nearest hundred. So, in this case, you need to round off to the nearest hundredths. Your hundredths is 0. So, titingnan nyo po kung ano yung katabi ng 0. Kapag ang katabi ng 0 is 5 pataas, what will happen is round up. So, mangyayari, mag-add ka ng 1 doon sa hundredths. Okay? Kapag naman ang katabi niya is 4 pababa, ang mangyayari is round down. So, yung katabi ni 0, magiging 0 lang lahat. Kaya ganun yung round down. So, I don't need to review that. I know that you already know that, no? Rounding of numbers. So, ang mangyayari dito, i-observe natin kung ano yung katabi ni 0. Which is 8, no? So, 8 is 5 and up. So, ang mangyayari is rounding up. So, it will become 676 point. Kapag nag-round up tayo, mag-a-add tayo ng isa doon sa 0 or doon sa hundreds. Okay? So, 0 will become 1 and 8 will become 0. So, kailangan pa ba ilagay ni Ma'am yung 0 doon? Hindi na. Okay? Therefore, ang answer na hinahanap ni Ma'am Noemi ay 676.11. In short, kapag po non-terminating yung makukuha nyong quotient, kailangan nyo pong i-round off. Okay? Round off to the nearest 100, sabi ni Ma'am Noemi. In short, Ma'am Noemi will require you to put 2 decimal places lang yung kailangan ni Ma'am Noemi. Okay? Kapag non-terminating decimal, i-round off nyo to the nearest hundreds, ang i-accept lang ni Ma'am Noemi ay hanggang 2 decimal places lang. Ito, we have 1 and 1, so we have 2 decimal places. Okay na si Ma'am Noemi dyan. 676.11. That will be the required answer. Okay? So, depende yun lagi sa direction ni Ma'am Noemi. Pero, okay, constant ako lagi na kapag non-terminating yung magiging answer nyo, i-round off nyo to the nearest hundreds. Okay? Ando naman sa direction ni Ma'am yun. Okay? So, you do not need to worry about that. Basta lagi magbasa ng directions. So, let's solve another or last example in dividing decimal numbers. So, let's say we have 8,765 and we need to divide this by 3.1. So, in this given, we have a whole number as the dividend. Okay, and then we have a decimal number as its divisor. So, we need to get rid of the decimal point in the divisor. We need to move it 1 time or isang beses sa kanan. Okay? So, kung isang beses tayo nag-move, ganun din yung mangyayari sa dividend. So, asan na ma'am yung decimal point na sa dividend? Whole number siya, so yung decimal point niya nasa dulo. And then we need to move that 1 time. So, we need to add a 0 there. And then the given will become like this. So, 31 and then the dividend is 87,650. The decimal point of the dividend is at the end because it is a whole number. Okay? So, we need to now, we need to divide now. Okay? So, 87 divided by 31, the answer is 2. Okay? So, 2 times 31, the answer is 62. And then, 87 minus 62, the answer is 25. Okay? And then we need to bring down 6. So, it will become 256. And we need to divide that by 31. And then the answer is 8. So, 31 times 8. The answer is 248. And then next, 256 minus 248. The answer here is 8. And then we need to bring down 5. Okay? 85 divided by 31, the answer is 2. 2 times 31 is 62. Okay? So now, 85 minus 62, the answer here is 23. So, I'm going to continue the solution here. So, we have 23 and then we need to bring down 0 here. Okay? So, magiging siyang 230. Now, 230 divided by 31, the answer is 7. Okay, and then 7 times 31, The answer is 217. Now, 230 minus 217, the answer is 13. Okay? Now, meron pang natira tayong number dito. So, just like what we did in example number 5, we need to add a 0 after the decimal point. Okay? So, in decimal point yan dito, we need to add 0 there. And then, copy the decimal point to the quotient. And then we have 13 here, but then we have another 0 in the dividend, so we should bring it down. So it will become 130. So 130 divided by 31, the answer is 4. And then 31 times 4, the answer is 124. And then 130 minus 124, the answer is 6. We should add another 0. And then it will become 60. Okay? And then 60 divided by 31, the answer is 1. And then 1 times 31, the answer is 31. So I'm just going to move this dahil hindi nakasya. Okay, so 60 minus 31, the answer is 29. So as you can see, meron na naman tayong number, so we should add another 0. So we will stop up until the 3 decimal places. So kapag nakakatatlong numbers na tayo after the decimal point, we should stop. Kasi the answer here, it seems like it is a non-terminating decimal. Okay, wala atang katapusan, ma'am, yan eh. Yes, walang katapusan. So, if that is the case, ang susolvin lang natin hanggang 3 decimal places. So, nag-add tayo ng another 0, we should bring it down. So, it will become 290 divided by 31. And that is 9. And 9 times 31 is 279. And then, 290 minus 279, that is 11. So, may number pa din dyan. Therefore, stop dividing if that is the case. Kasi, the quotient is a non-terminating decimal. Meaning po, wala siyang katapusan. Okay? So, what we get is 2,827.419. Okay? So, i-rewrite ko lang siya. 2,827.419. And then, what I want you to do, according to my instruction a while ago, if ang makukuha niyong quotient is a non-terminating decimal, just like this, ang susolve niyo lang hanggang 3 na decimal places, and then you should round it off to the nearest hundreds always. Okay? Hundreds. So, in this case, ang hundreds mo ay si 1. Okay? And then, titingnan mo yung katabi ni 1 kung 5 pataas or 4 pababa. Kapag 5 pataas, round up. Kapag 4 pababa is round down. So, in this case, a 9 is 5 pataas. So, you need to round it up. So, the answer is 2,827.4. 1 will become 2 kasi ni-round up mo, meaning mag-add ka ng 1 sa kanya. 9 will become 0 and I'm not going to put 0 here. So therefore, the quotient that is required is 2,827.42. Again, kapag po non-terminating decimal yung lumabas, solvin lang up until 3 decimal places and then i-round off to the nearest hundreds. And then, ang i-require ko lang sa quotient nyo ay 2 decimal places. So, in example number 6, the quotient is 2,827.42. And that will be your answer. So that is how you divide decimal numbers or decimals.